or welcome back to my channel. My name is Demetra and you're watching Discovering Demi. On my channel, I document my weight loss journey. I do what I eat in a day, grocery hauls, meal planning and prepping, and other weight loss related content. So if you are interested in that, then please subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so that you'll be notified each time I upload a video to my channel. So today, guys, I am here to answer the questions that you all asked me from the Q&A video that I put up, requesting you all to ask me questions. So I've got them wrote down here on my notebook, and so I'll be looking down. So the first question says, how would a teenager start their own business? Like, what's the first thing to do when it comes to starting a business? Well, I just want to be honest here to say I'm not an entrepreneur. I've never had my own business or even tried to start my own business. So I don't want to mislead you with the wrong information. So I don't know like what steps you would need to take. And the only advice that I would give you based on my own experience is, and this is coming from someone who had their first child when they were 16 and had to get straight out into the workforce at a very young age. I would find something that you are passionate about to build your business around. Depending on what you love. And I know the person that asked me this question is a content creator on YouTube. So depending on what you are passionate about, you can build your business around your YouTube and your brand here. But whatever it is, I would make sure that it's something that you love and are passionate about so that it doesn't feel so much like work. And the second question is your favorite moment when you were a kid. What I'm currently working through right now is that I do have a whole lot of blocks so that I don't remember a lot of things from my childhood. But one of the things that sticks out to me is Christmas morning as a child. I was raised with my mom and my grandparents, and so we grew up in the house with them, and Christmas was always a big deal. We had gifts just pouring out from under the tree, stretched out across the living room, and there was a ton of gifts, and I just remember being so excited. So I would say Christmas morning was one of my favorite memories from my childhood. And then also spending time with my grandfather, even if it was just going into his room to ask him for some candy or ask him to buy us pizza. I was raised, he helped to raise me and my two sisters with my mom and my grandmother, and he just always made each of his grandchildren feel like we were the favorite one. So I can just always remember that. You ask any of us, we're all going to say that we were his favorite because he always made each of us feel that way. So my favorite moments and memories are Christmas morning and time with my grandfather. Okay, what's your favorite time of the day is the next question. My favorite time of the day is the morning time before the busyness of the day starts. I get up probably an hour earlier than I have to in the mornings to get ready for work, just so that I can have quiet time and just meditate on the calmness of the morning before things just get hectic and busy during the day. So definitely the morning time. We are early birds in my house too. The next question is, what motivates you through your process? And I'm assuming that this means like my weight loss journey. And right now, honestly, I'm lacking motivation because I'm struggling at the moment. But in the past, what has motivated me has really been just wanting to feel better, my health, my kids, wanting to, feel better and be healthier so that I can be active with them and be around for them. The next question is, what makes you happy? Well, doing what I'm doing right now really is fulfilling for me, which is making content for YouTube. I just really enjoy that. And am so fulfilled doing that. But I also love spending time with my family. I love being on the beach. So yeah, that's pretty much it. The next question is, what's one thing that you would change about yourself if you could? Internally, one thing that I would change is just being fearful of things. Like, because of all the trauma that I've had in my life, I feel like I always brace myself and sometimes feel like I'm holding my breath, if that makes any sense. Like, just almost in a constant state, and it's probably anxiety, almost in a constant state of holding my breath, waiting for something bad to happen. And that's just a trauma response. So I would like to change that about myself, where I could just enjoy life and relax and have faith that everything's going to be okay. And if it's not okay, then it's things that I will survive. But I just wish that I didn't worry so much about, bad things happening, like what's going to happen next. On the outside, I didn't name anything because I'm really working towards self-love and just self-acceptance and accepting myself, flaws and all. So if there was anything on the outside that I would change about myself, would I? I'm going to say no. What are some things you do to make you happy? And I think I already answered that, talking about the beach and spending time with my family and making content on YouTube. What is your favorite thing to do that benefits Demi? Meditation, journaling, and reading. That is my time that I feel like it's just me. It's just me and my thoughts, and not overthinking, but really thinking and applying things in my meditation, and just really connecting with myself and connecting with God. So that is my favorite thing to do: to journal, to read, and to meditate. The next question: how much did you weigh before you started losing weight? At my heaviest in 2007, I was 372 pounds. That was my heaviest. That was right before I had my weight loss surgery. The next question: what motivates you to keep going in your weight loss journey? Well, again, that's what I'm struggling with right now. But being on this platform and sharing my journey with you guys and the encouragement and things that I'm getting from you all right now has really motivated me to just hang on in there. Even when I'm struggling, just hang on in there, because you guys' words of encouragement and support and love and non-judgment is just so appreciated. How did having lap band surgery change your life? Well, I lost over 120 pounds with that. So of course it changed me physically. It increased my confidence because of the weight that I lost, but it also gave me other insecurities. So I was content or happy with my weight, but then I had loose skin. So that created other insecurities that I didn't have before I lost weight, because I was heavy, but I didn't have the loose skin until I lost the weight. So it kind of increased my confidence in one area and then decreased my confidence in another area. But, and then it changes, like the way you eat. I'm supposed to eat slower. If not, I know that I could possibly, get sick. But I would say that that's really how it changed, my life. But I also have used it as a crutch to a degree, because although I still had to work to lose weight, weight loss surgery is definitely not the easy way out. You still have to work at it, but it allowed me to lose weight without really having to dig deep and really address my unhealthy relationship with food, which is what I'm currently trying to address at the moment. Another question said, how are you, friend? And I'm doing wonderful. The sun is shining today. I've got on some spring colors with the yellow and the white, and I'm having a good day today. Where did you grow up? I grew up in a country town um, in the state of Kentucky, which is where I still reside. And that town had one caution light and one gas station. If that'll let you know how small of a town it was. I don't live there any longer, but I'm only about 15 or 20 minutes from there. What is your favorite food? My favorite food by far is barbecue ribs. By far. Hands down, that's it. Barbecue ribs. And I love a good salad. I love a good salad. The next question is, how did you and your hubby meet? My husband and I met outside of a church. Well, I live in a small town, so I knew of him. I had saw him before, but had never had a conversation with him. And he was coming outside right before church. No one else was out there but him and I. He was walking past my vehicle, and I was trying to reach my Bible at the back of my trunk, and I could not reach it. It was starting to rain, so I was like, "Excuse me, sir, could you please help me reach my Bible at the back of my trunk?" And that's what sparked the conversation. He asked me if he could take me out to lunch sometime, and the rest is history. When did you realize you had a food addiction? Well, I've never been like clinically diagnosed with that. I'm kind of self-diagnosed with that based on the description and information that I've read. Um, and I think really here just recently that I have like, yeah, just here recently. I knew that I had problems with my weight, all these years up and down, and I struggle with my weight. But actually addressing and looking at and evaluating my unhealthy relationship with food really just started this past year when I felt like I've exhausted all measures, like there's something deeper going on. I have had weight loss surgery. I have had 2 rounds of plastic surgery. I have lost a lot of weight off of Weight Watchers in the past and gained it back. I have been on keto and low carb and calorie counting, and now Itrackbites, and I'm still struggling. So that's when I really started looking internally, like there's something else going on here. So really just here recently. Did this change how you looked at food? Absolutely. Absolutely. And like I'm just now really starting to figure things out. Well, no, I don't have things figured out. I'm trying to figure out how to work through the process. But I'm in the process of seeking professional help. I am looking into learning the 12-step program and trying to apply, like for Alcoholics Anonymous, to apply it to my food addiction, to try to, help work through those things so that I will be able to have a better or healthier relationship with food. Do you feel like the food addiction was brought on from a trauma? Absolutely. Absolutely. What trauma exactly? I'm not quite sure. As a little girl, I never was heavy. I didn't start really gaining weight until I was 16, 17 years old after I gave birth to my firstborn. And then I started gaining weight. Doesn't mean it wasn't related to childhood trauma. I really believe that it was. I have so many blocks that I can't pinpoint it, but I really intend on getting some therapy so that I can try to open up or remove some of those blocks and regain some of my memory so that I can pinpoint where that trauma came from. Because it's definitely there. I just can't pinpoint it. I know some of the trauma that I have experienced in life, but I feel like that there's something there that I just have suppressed so far, so much that I don't even remember it. The next question, after losing weight in the past, what have you learned about weight loss, maintenance, and regain from your experience. Don't get too comfortable, because I had lost about 140 pounds at one point, and then I gained 90, and then I lost 120, I think. And I'm still needing to lose more weight to get to where I want to be. And I feel like that at one point I thought, okay, especially when I was closest to goal, which was back in 2009, when I got married. And I thought, oh, I done lost this weight. I'm not going to gain weight. I'm never going to let myself get back there anymore. And I did. I got really, really close. So I just say don't get too comfortable and really try to get to the root of the problem. As far as maintenance, I've never been in maintenance because I've never reached my goal before. So I would say don't get too comfortable, and therapy. Therapy is important. When you have weight loss surgery, like, they send you for a psych evaluation, but it's just like a one-time appointment and that's it. And I don't feel like that they really try to dig deep to find out, get to the root of the cause to find out why you almost were at 400 pounds. Like, I feel like that I really needed some deep therapy to address my relationship with food more than they did when they were evaluating me for weight loss surgery. So definitely dig deeper, understand that your mental health and it's connected. It's connected. It's not just like, okay, I overeat. I just need to track my food, and I just need to, it's the garbage truck, guys. Sorry if you hear that. Just tracking your food and counting calories or points or bites or, carbs or whatever. It's not just about that. There is something deeper with a lot of people, maybe not everyone, but something deeper going on that you need to definitely address the mental health aspect. Like, make sure that you are addressing that as well as changing your eating habits so that it can be sustained. The next question is, I see you are married, but how many kids do you have? I have one child that's living. He's 10 years old. He lives here in the home with my husband and myself. And then I have two children that have passed away. I lost my first son when he was 20 years old in 2014 to a car accident. And I lost my daughter to stillbirth in 2005. So I have a total of 3 children. I have 2 in heaven and 1 here on earth. And the last question, what is something you would love to do for yourself personally, but never do it, and why? So as far as that goes, I would have to say that taking time out for myself, period. Just like stopping, pressing the pause button and going, whether it's having a spa day or a mani-pedi or going shopping by myself. Like, that's the type of things that I would love to do on a regular basis. Self-care. Those are the things that I would like to do on a regular basis that I don't take the time out to do. And there's really no excuse for it as far as the and why. Like, I just don't do it. I need to be more intentional, which is what I am trying to work on now, like intentional living. I've been going through the motions for so long, and I want to practice more mindfulness so that I can be more present in the moment and know, take a breath, take a moment, and take time to care for yourself. That is so important. And on a different note, as far as answering that question, if money weren't a factor, I would love to change my line of work. I work in a factory, but I would always love to work either in the medical field, like in the administration part of it, like I went to school years ago for billing and coding, but then I never finished because I was a full-time mom and I needed to take care of my family. And so the workforce was what I had to prioritize. Like I had to work, I couldn't do both plus take care of my son. At the time I just had my firstborn. So I just had to drop out of school and just stay into the workforce. Or I would like to work like in the school system, working with kids because I just love kids. So those are things that I would love to do. Don't most don't with the self-care, haven't been. I'm trying to get better. And also with, you know, a career path, those are the things that I would love to go into, but I haven't because I'm so really invested in my job. I've been on my job for 12 years now, and you know, change is scary. So as of right now, I wouldn't make that kind of move. School is expensive, and I just feel like that it's best that I stay where I am and not make those kind of moves, although that's where my heart my heart is. So anyway, guys, if you've made it this far, I appreciate your time. That is the end of my Q&A. Thank you for asking me all the questions. And thank you for your time. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so that you will be notified each time I upload a video to my channel. And until next time, be blessed, guys. Mwah.